Oh, okay. That's interesting. I never, for some reason my mic was muted through my headset, which is something I don't do. I muted it through XSplit, so I don't know what that was about. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, that baffles me. I never do that purposely because you always forget because you just mute it on XSplit. It's much easier. This Zealot getting taken out, not getting good returns for the minerals there. So Zergling's having a good trade, and some nice micro keeping these alive because sometimes they just let them all die. So there's some very nice micro. And there's that. Okay, Stargate got spotted, but he hasn't produced anything yet, so that is curious. Okay, we have a single Void Ray, actually, my bad. And I don't really agree with this decision. The Void Ray is not being used. The tech root has been spotted. The Overlord's, like he's got to be thinking like there's nothing coming out of it because he's just watching. He must think that maybe it's a spin out, it's a mind game, something like that. So that is very curious. Mothership Core flying down here trying to get some Zergling kills. The Void Ray has now been spotted. This probe does stay alive. Third gets spotted, so we could see a ramp in production, and of course, as I say that, we do have a bunch of roaches in production. So 6 roaches, gonna try and pressure them. Of course, with the Void Ray, that means that they're not gonna be able to. More roaches and a big drone production cycle. So this is cool. He's gonna build some roaches, go pressure his opponent, maybe try and get a cancel, all while macroing up behind it and playing for the late game. So that's cool. +1 in production, nearly complete. 30 seconds left. There's the roach speed, something that is quite important. I'm surprised he didn't go for his carapace. Seems it's more of a universal upgrade. Of course, if he goes back into Zerglings, the +1 is non-beneficial. Here comes the speed. Still, of course, the Void Ray is completely untouchable in the sky along with the Mothership Core. But I think this could get cancelled. Of course, with a crap ton of roaches, it doesn't matter if they can't attack the air, as long as, of course, they can get the cancel. But some nice micro here, getting the sentries. Those are expensive units, gotta get them. And the last one going down. That was a good gas investment going down there. But that was a lot of units lost for just a couple sentries, really, because it was that and like some damage on the shields, which is not obviously optimal. Alright, 2 more Stargates in production, so that means we do have 3 Stargates, which is very curious to say the least. We have 3 Stargates, the Robo in production. The third has finished with a decent timing, so you can macro up pretty well off that, economically speaking. But I don't understand. There's no Spire. I'm not going crazy, right? Yeah, there's no Spire. So 3 Stargates, wow, that's like such a big investment. This guy cannot, you can't afford 3 Void Rays and Colossus off like 3 base. You just can't. It's a Stargate per base, and of course it takes 1 base for a Robo. So yeah, that will hurt our Protoss's gas income at least. He's just gonna have to make a crap ton of Zealots. He lost his sentry, so he can't replace them, so this could hurt him. This is a lot of roaches. They're going to be able to maybe just run into the natural. This is not spotted by WaZ. He's not even looking right now. We're on his vision, and the roaches go for the forge, it looks like. Oh, the Cybernetics score even worse. Just run in. And here we do have the Void Rays now popping. Charge can get dropped. There it is. He is going to go for probes, so he is making this cost efficient. It looks like the counterattack is headed towards the third, while these roaches deal damage to the natural immortals, getting targeted down, which is exactly what you want to do. And it does get cleaned up if we pop into the natural. Photon Overcharge is dropped. The Nexus is getting targeted down. It is 1200 health. Why are the units not coming to protect it? And it's actually gonna die, so WaZ is gonna be in a bit of a bad spot. He's still gonna be a base down, because of course, what's his, Noob, I'm gonna call him Noob, hasn't taken a 4th, so he's not capitalizing on his opponent's lack of economy right now. Instead, he's just building a lot more roaches, getting his +2. He's not continuing to tech or upgrade, which is a bit disappointing. No Hydra Den, no Infestation Pit, no Hive, nothing like that, no Spire, which is very risky. And Spire is going to be a big deal, of course. Once Colossus come out with the Void Rays, Spire is exactly what you want for the Corruptors. These roaches trying to kite, getting some Zealots while trying to run away, but the Void Rays just deal so much damage that 1 or 2 get vaporized as soon as they turn around. Roaches coming back in towards the third base. The units coming back for WaZ. It looks like Newbton wants to get us around. He's going for the pylon. It's not going to do much. The cannon will still be powered. These units running away more into the third. The Nexus is not being forced to cancel yet. And of course, he could wait for that to finish to guarantee a kill. These roaches up here gonna get absolutely melted. And in return, the third does get taken out, which is quite a big deal. Actually, seems he just lost his third here. Roaches are not the most expensive, the most expensive units, so trading a few of them for a Nexus is completely acceptable. I don't know if that got cancelled though. There was a bit of a miss then. I should have checked that. Observer right here knows exactly what's going on. Warp Prism, without Warp Prism speed, of course, because that effect, that patch is not taking effect just yet. But I really like this. He can micro, he can of course warp in directly during the fight. He has to be careful though. This is so many roaches. He doesn't have many force fields. He's got a force field more. The roaches are getting in the stack and they're hugging. GG. Newbton takes game number 1. That was really good.